Texas Stadium in Irving, Texas, where the 4-1 Eagles face the 4-1 Cowboys. The winner will lead the NFC East. The weather, temperature 76 degrees, humidity 87%, chance of showers 25%, but the weather has been looking better of late. I'm Pat Summerall here as usual with John Madden, and let's talk first about the Eagles, led by Randall Cunningham, and he seems very self-assured.
Well, you can look at him and you can tell physically he's all the way back. I mean, you can see him get rid of the ball quickly in the pocket. If he has to move, he can scramble and get outside, still throw the ball, or scramble, get outside and run. And I think another reason for this new confidence is the fact that for the first time, he really has a good offensive line. And I think for years he played and didn't have the best of offensive line, but this is the best group that he's had. And maybe even bigger than that is this guy, Charlie Gardner here. He's played 2 games in the NFL, and in both of those games, he's rushed for over 100 yards. Now, we know about that broken first rib that he has up there. He's wearing a pair of special shoulder pads. He has muscle stimulators up in there. But what they need is they need Charlie Gardner for another 100-yard game.
They say, in fact, he is the biggest threat as a running back they've had since the days of Wilbert Montgomery. Now let's talk about Dallas. Emmitt Smith has been out with a pulled hamstring. What's the situation with him?
Well, he practiced last Wednesday and Thursday of this past week, and he said he felt good for the first time. He said he was able to move. He was able to do all the things he had to, and he says that he's ready to go today. The last time they played a year ago in the first game, he rushed for 237 yards against these Eagles.
The Eagle defensive coordinator, Bud Carson, says he's the best second-half runner that he's ever seen. Bonio to kick it off. And it's going to be Vaughn Hebron at the 5. Cut down at about the 27-yard line where the Eagles will take over. Bill Bates made the stop. Let's look at the Eagle offense led by Randall Cunningham. In his 10th year, that doesn't seem possible. And a good offensive line, as John Madden was talking about a minute ago. They are big, anchored by Dave Alexander. Those who'll handle the ball, Garner, Herschel Walker's the blocker, Fred Barnett, Calvin Williams, the fine pair of wide receivers, and Mark Bavaro, the tight end. Calvin Williams and Barnett both split wide to the right. Cunningham on first down puts Williams in motion and gives to Garner. Garner chased down quickly, and let's look at the #1 ranked defense of the Dallas Cowboys. The front 4, Haley, Lett, Maryland, and Tony Tolbert. 3 very underrated linebackers playing extremely well. Darren Smith, Robert Jones in the middle, and Dixon Edwards. And the secondary led by Darren Woodson of late. And he has really been playing well. 2nd and 8. Garner got 2 on the initial carry. Cunningham back to throw it. Pressured by Haley, and he stepped up and dropped it out to Mark Bavaro. He might have an Eagle first down. A very, very good move by Cunningham.
Well, you know one thing, they have a rookie, Bernard Williams, number 74 here. Here's Charles Haley, one of the best pass rushers in football. So we can see on the first pass, they're going to help. They're going to have Mark Bavaro stay in and block him, and then have Williams come on after. So that's a way to take Charles Haley. That's the good news. You got Haley blocked. The bad news is you had to keep your tight end in.
But nevertheless, they got the first down. Williams, the man in motion. Cunningham to throw it. Swings it outside to Herschel Walker. Walker. Enough, it appears, for another Eagle first down, stopped by Kevin Smith.
And we know that they want to do a couple things. Here's Charles Haley again, and watch how they're going to block him on these passes. There you see Williams. He's going to take him to the inside. Then he has Antone Davis, his guard, just waiting there to help him. So what they say is they want to run at Charles Haley, and when they pass, they're going to double him and hope to frustrate him early.
Haley about 255. Those 2 blockers well over 300 apiece. That's a hard battle to win. This is Garner. Gets it to the outside. Swings it down into Cowboy territory. A gain of about 4. Dixon Edwards out to make the stop. One thing about those Cowboy linebackers, they are all very quick.
Yeah, and that's one thing about Charlie Garner, too. I mean, he's very quick because he was going to one hole. There was nothing there. He bounced it out to the next hole. There was nothing there. And finally went out to the third hole. Watch how quick he is, Pat. See him start in that hole. Boom, nothing there into the second hole. And finally bounced it out to the third hole. Did a stiff arm and a spinner, all for 4 yards.
Got away from Woodson. Second down. Cunningham gets to Garner again, and Garner flashes into the Cowboys secondary. Momentarily, it looked as if he might get more. Darren Woodson this time with the sure shot.
Yeah, this guy's really something, this Charlie Gardner. If you just watch how quickly he hits things. I mean, he has, you have to get the ball in play, then get into the hole quickly, get out of the hole quickly, make moves, and get up the field. And he does all those things at the same time.
All of it at very high speed. 3rd and 3. Garner is out. Walker's I beg your pardon, it's James Joseph, the deep back. Here's Cunningham. To Walker, complete. First down, Eagles. Garner has a special pair of pads that he's wearing to protect that injury that John Madden was talking about a minute ago. And he's also got 2 electronic stimulators inside and underneath.
Yeah, and then they can change the intensity and everything. Here's the thing that controls it. These things go to his body and hook up there, so he has the shoulder pads that take the pressure off of the injured area, and then that muscle stimulator that supposedly keeps the pain away.
Garner's the single back. Cunningham. Pass is caught by Fred Barnett. Out of bounds. Mark Bavaro, the Eagle tight end, word from their benches that he has a bruised thigh, but will be back.
Hey, that is a perfect pass by Randall Cunningham and a great catch by Fred Barnett. That's the thing that running can do for you. If you can get that running game going and make them stand in there and stop the run, then that's going to help your pass protection. Then you can do things like get the ball to Fred Barnett on the outside, Calvin Williams on the outside, do those kinds of things. But to me, it all starts with Charlie Garner.
2nd and 10. Cunningham back. Up the middle, complete to Calvin Williams. Williams has become the go-to guy. More and more each week, it seems like.
And I'm impressed with the way Rich Kotite, he's one of the head coaches that calls the plays. The way that he's calling the plays, and what he does is he says there's no down or distance. He said if you get into a down or distance, then you become predictable. And he said then you get into a rhythm, then the defense gets in the same rhythm with you. So he wants to stay out of a rhythm to keep the defense out of a rhythm.
Bavaro is back at tight end. It's Walker and Garner behind Cunningham. Fake to Garner. Pass in the air. Flag on the play. Robert Jones hit the intended receiver, Calvin Williams. The referee today is Ron Blum. He, of course, wears the white hat. Ron Blum.
Pass interference, 55 defense, holding, 74 offense. Penalties, offset, second down, repeat first down.
Offsetting penalties, so they'll repeat the first down after they pick up all the flags. Barry Switzer, Joe Avizano, the special team coach.
I wonder what they're talking about. They can't be talking about the defense.
And not special teams.
No, they wonder why in the heck they haven't been able to stop the Eagles yet.
It's still first down, and Cunningham has the time, and the ball took off. Haley lined up on the left side, which he's going to do from time to time, he told us yesterday.
Well, I think that, over the years, Haley has had pretty good success against Broderick Thompson. Remember, Broderick Thompson last year played left tackle for the Eagles, and Haley had a pretty good time against him, as did Jim Jeffcoat. So Butch Davis is going to try and get Haley over there some on Thompson and also get Jim Jeffcoat in there on him and some passing down.
Walker and James Joseph now goes in motion. Walker swings outside to the left. The pass goes to him, and out there quickly to make the stop is Darren Smith. Let's go back and look at that catch by Fred Barnett a minute earlier. Watch his right foot, though. It's standing. It's right on the line.
Well, yeah, they said that he was bobbling the ball, I guess, Pat, and they didn't give him that catch, and they didn't give him a first down, and that was why it wasn't. But if you look here, he has the ball, and that second foot is down. They took one away from Fred Barnett that he should have had.
They said he didn't have possession when he went out of bounds. I wonder. Here's Cunningham back to throw. The protection breaks down. Cunningham on the ground. Dallas has recovered his fumble. Chad Hennings collapsed the middle. Jeffcoat there with him.
Now they got Charles Haley blocked. They had him doubled. James Joseph was helping in on there, but they didn't get the other guys blocked. You see, they got Chad Hennings is getting the push. That's one thing he gives the Cowboys now is a push up the middle. That makes Randall Cunningham bring the ball down. And we just said that Jim Jeffcoat has had success against Broderick Thompson, and he gets a ride away from Thompson, and he's the guy that hits Cunningham and knocks the ball out of there.
And Hennings, I think, wound up with it. Either he or Jeffcoat. First down, Cowboys at their own 25. Eggman to Emmitt Smith. To about the 30. Let's look at the Cowboy offensive unit now, led by Troy Aikman. In his 6th year, it would be hard to say it's his best year, but it's good. In front of him, one of the best offensive lines in football. And those who handled the ball, Emmitt Smith and Darrell Johnson, the wide receivers, Irvin and Harper, Jay Novacek, the tight end. 2nd and 6. Aikman gives to Smith again. A couple of yards, maybe. Fuller made the stop on Smith. William Perry in the middle. That's the front four of the Eagles. Fuller, Andy Harmon, William Perry, and Greg Townsend. The linebackers, Byron Evans in the middle, Romanowski from the 49ers, and William Thomas. Eric Allen, Greg Jackson, Michael Zordich, and Mark McMillan. Third down, and about 3.5 or 4. And Aikman back to throw it for the first time. Away from one blitzer, but not enough for the first. Tripped up by Andy Harmon.
You know, and that's what you call a coverage set, Pag. Aikman was back. He looked to the right, couldn't find anything there. Looked for the middle, couldn't find anything there. Had to bring the ball down, and finally Andy Harmon got him.
Bad thumb and all.
Yeah, broken thumb, cast on his thumb. They didn't know if he'd be able to play at all. Bud Carson said he's going to start him and see if he can do anything in there, and if he can, he's going to leave him in there. But that was great coverage.
John Jett back to punt it to Jeff Steidner. Good kick by Jett. This one really took off. Back to the 17. Coverage breaks down just a bit. And Steidner off to the races, being chased. He could go cut down from behind by Darren Smith. Just tripped him. Good return nevertheless.
You know, sometimes you can out-punt your coverage. You can see when Steidner catches the ball there, the closest Cowboy is 10 yards away from him. So now he has 10 yards to get that ball up, make those moves, pick up those blocks, find that alley, and then Darren Smith makes a heck of a job catching him from behind.
40-yard return by Jeff Steidner. First and 10 Eagles at their own, at the Dallas 41. Two tight end set up. That's Garner to the 34. For McDonald's update, let's send you now to James Brown in Hollywood.
All right, Pat, in Washington, Arizona